Look, to be honest, y'all ain't even on my fucking level, to be honest. Some of y'all dancing with the devil, to be honest. Y'all ain't even supposed to be here, but since we all here, let me tell you what's real, to be honest. Y'all ain't even...
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, aka Sneaky G Bad. I'm chilling with my Vato Loca Forever, the Clary OG.
What's going on? Hey, Cowboy fans, puro pinche Cowboys.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go.
All right, save it. And in the backstage, as always, the one, the only, the Cowboy Hippie.
Hold up. We them boys. Super Bowl bound, baby. Let's get it.
Super Bowl. Oh, that was missing for the last 3 weeks. I wonder why. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. We got a great show for you guys lined up tonight. We got an awesome guest. And Clary, this is another first for Truce. We get to introduce a brand new franchise to the DFW area. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'll let you do this, Clary, because I know you're going to enjoy this. We're bringing on in a few seconds, and you know, the GM, Bob Hamley, for the Panther City Lacrosse Club. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Bob is a bad man. I'm excited. It's going to be in the Dickey Sport Arena. Clary, can you just talk about the arena? What do you think about it?
It is newly built. It's a new arena built in the heart of Fort Worth. It's kind of like off the popular west 7th part of Fort Worth. Very trendy, new, stylish. It is up to date on everything, man. Beautiful arena. And I'm excited to talk with Bob today about lacrosse, because a lot of people don't know a lot about the sport. And so it's exciting to bring that to Fort Worth. You know, it's a big sport community. So I'm looking forward to meeting him, listening to him. And yeah, I'm ready for this talk.
I mean, you know, why hold it up anymore? Ish, bring on in GM Bob Hamley.
Hey guys.
Hey Bob, what's going on?
What's going on, Bob?
Hey, great to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I know you and I, we spoke on a few occasions, and again, I'm going to echo what I said. I am excited for this lacrosse coming to the DFW. I mean, they don't even know what they're about to get their hands on. I mean, just tell people what you guys got in store.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're going to be starting in the 21-22 season of the National Lacrosse League as the Panther City Lacrosse Club, right in Fort Worth at Dickey's Arena. 18 game schedule, 9 home and 9 away. And if you haven't seen the game of box lacrosse, that's what us Canadians call it, box lacrosse, or indoor lacrosse, it's incredible. It has everything for a sports fan. It has the contact and the speed of hockey and football, and it has the offensive schemes or pick and roll game of basketball, along with a shot clock. And guess what? There is no offside in lacrosse. No offside. So it has everything for everybody. It's such an entertaining night for families, for young college students, and for anybody, really. It has everything. And the one thing about the National Lacrosse League, guys, that maybe people don't realize, that these guys are the best lacrosse players in the world. This isn't semi-pro. This isn't a bunch of guys coming out, you know, and playing in a beer league. This is the best players in the world, the best box lacrosse league in the world, and it's coming to Fort Worth and Dickey's Arena next year.
And I'm excited. So just to give you a little background about me, I first got introduced to lacrosse when we lived up in Seattle, and at the time they had the the Washington Stealth.
Yep.
And the very first game I went to was the lacrosse national. It was the championship game.
Yep.
And I've never been to a championship game before. Saw it on the news. Took my son up and immediately fell in love.
Right.
And at the same time, so the following year we went and fell in love with the Stealth. Now, you know how there's a thin line between love and hate. So for Christmas that following year, the wife bought me a jersey, and then the Stealth moved to Vancouver.
Right.
So that was my rival right there. But then we got introduced back to it when we lived in Colorado with the Colorado Mammoth. Fell in love with the team. And then when I left Colorado to come to now Dallas, that was one of my regrets because, not only is it it's a great sport and there's a huge fan following. It's also like a family environment because once you become season ticket holders, it's you come and you see the same people every game, and then you build up relationships and friendships, and it's just a beautiful sport all around. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Clary, go ahead.
Yep.
I thought you wanted to say something, Clary.
Oh no, I'm good. I was listening to this is what I had a real. I wanted to ask you this, Bob.
Yes.
So I follow lacrosse mainly on the collegiate level,
Right.
Because that was the more showcase on TV. You see more of the,
Right.
the Division I national championships, Duke, Johns Hopkins, Virginia,
Right.
all those schools. I'm interested because I have watched a couple of indoor games. What is the biggest difference between the indoor game and the outdoor game that we traditionally see on the coverage of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the same skill set. It's the same skill set with a stick, but in the field game, it's a bigger surface, guys. And they can have 4 guys on the field on defense with long poles. They call them long poles. They're defensemen. We're all short sticks, okay? Our defenders run up and down the field just like out in the field. But in the box game, guys, you can't run away. If you try to run away, you're going to run into the boards, and somebody's really going to get you then. Out in the field, you can run away for a little bit. Smaller nets, bigger goalies, right? So a little difficult to score. So you really got to be creative to score goals. Steve mentioned earlier John Grant Jr., one of the best players to ever play in our game. He was up in the Mammoth where I coached up there. And he could do things with his stick that you just can't believe. And that's what our athletes can do. So from a difference between the field and the box, it's a lot faster. We have a shot clock. There's no offside. There's offside in field lacrosse.
Right.
You can't have too many on. And, there's a lot of hitting, and every once in a while the boys will be boys, and they're may mix it up a little bit too, which you don't see in the collegiate game as well.
Now, so the field, you call it field
lacrosse, yeah.
Field lacrosse.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a different number of players on the field lacrosse as the box lacrosse, as you call it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. In box lacrosse, it's like hockey. We start with 5 guys on each team, 5 runners, we call them, and a goaltender. And they have a crease around them, just like field lacrosse, that you can't put a foot in or you lose the ball. It's no goal. Field lacrosse, it's 9 players and a goalie. So it's on the offensive end, it's 6v6, and there's 3 defenders and 3 attackmen waiting on the other half, waiting to get the ball back down the other end. So there is a lot more players on the field in the field lacrosse game. And of course, it's a bigger field. It's a soccer field, basically, with tall nets, and obviously still has the same crease. But I think the college games introduced a shot clock, but ours is 30 seconds, and so it just speeds the game up immensely.
Man, I'm excited, Sneaky Cowboy Hippie.
Oh,
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this team, for this league. To get out there and show the beard support, man, for these guys. I'm ready.
So, and I'm glad you brought up goalie, because one of our very own wants a tryout. And to be fair, he made a comment that when you see him, nothing but strength and speed. And he's right about that because he has nothing at all that involves strength and speed. But I'm going to vouch for Cowboy Hippie. I think he would be an outstanding goalie. From
Well,
back in the
here.
day, he has balls thrown at him, and I think he's prepared.
Well, you've heard it here first. This is a worldwide announcement. You've heard it here first. Cowboy Hippie will get a shot.
Oh my
at
God!
Getting in the goal. He's going to get a shot at getting the goal. We're going to get him the gear. We're going to get him the gear. And the good news, Hippie, the good news, our guys are going to be so good, you'll never get hit. They're just going to throw it in the net. So be prepared.
I want the hits. I want the hits.
Okay, well we'll ask them. We'll ask them to miss the net every once in a while and throw a couple at you.
Okay, now Cowboy Hippie, you got it. Now, if you get hurt, it's on you. You got to say that.
Listen, I was in the military.
This is yes. This will be recorded.
So we we don't start for another year or so. So we got to make sure we got evidence.
So Bob, I got a question. How big is the net?
How big is the net? It's 4 feet 6 inches wide by 4 feet tall.
You got this, my man, Hippie. We're
I'm
starting tomorrow morning.
I'm 6'2".
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah. We got to train you up.
And in a year, you're going to see a whole new man.
There you go.
I think just so you know, Bob, I'm more as liable as the ball club because I actually put him out here. But he said,
oh, he's excited. Look at him.
He's exhibiting strength and speed. So I'm excited.
Even after a Cowboys win. Now, if they lost today, I thought maybe this was a suicidal mission or something. But
Bob, I like you. Bob, I like you. Stop.
Hey, Bob, you haven't seen the man's athletic ability in softball yet. Once you get your eyes on his outfield play, I mean, he plays in right field in a predominantly right-handed league. So
he's on the move all the time.
Claire, are you talking about shotgunning when he shotguns beer? I mean, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about how Ish is always playing right field in a predominantly right-handed league. That's how good he is. That's how athletic he is.
I'm gonna tell you something, Bob. They're just scared because they wouldn't go out there. I'll go out there. I'll get hit. I'll take hits. I know they're professionals. I want them to put the anger of all the other teams on me.
Okay, well, we're recording this, Cowboy.
Oh my God.
We're recording this. And this might be a first for me. This might be a first for me as a Lacrosse GM. I got to go out and scout a softball game for crying out loud.
I got the beers, Bob. Beers on me, baby. Beers on me.
And I got to grow a beard. It's going to take me 4 years.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got to start tomorrow. Bob, I gotta say this. The owners of the Panther City Lacrosse Club picked the perfect person. Your resume is phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that because we want free season tickets. No, I'm just kidding. No, but really. No, I'm kidding. I'm really.
Thank you. That's very kind. I'm very honored. I'm very honored to be the GM, and this is a great thrill for me because it's a blank slate, guys. We get to build a team right from the ground up, and we have great ownership, great arena, great staff. I'll tell you, it's going to be a great market for the National Lacrosse League, and it's going to be a great team that Fort Worth can be proud of.
Now, what I like the most about what y'all did is Panther City. I mean, the name already, and the colors. Now, Fort Worth is mostly just TCU. So now that they have another purple to wear, I believe it's just gonna be a big thing in Fort Worth. To me,
yeah, no, I absolutely agree. It's going to be a great story. It already is a great story, and Greg Bibb tells it a lot better than I do. But the Panther City, people are very proud of it in Fort Worth. We're very proud of the name. You look at this logo with the eyes. I'll tell you guys, it's pretty intimidating, and that's what we're going to do on the floor too. We're going to intimidate anybody that comes in here, and again, be very proud of our group. And the one thing I want to say about our athletes too, throughout the National Lacrosse League, they're incredible human beings in the community too, and that's one thing as GM that I'm going to take pride in. We're going to be in the community. We're going to give kids an opportunity to play the game that maybe otherwise don't get a chance. We're going to be in the community for next year, trying to help out as much as we can and get out and visit with people.
And you know, that's the one thing we try and do. We also love being a part of the community, try to make it better.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about you for a second, and why I say that this is a great choice for this expansion team. And then, of course, I want you to kind of help us out with the process. I mean, the expansion draft, and then the actual draft itself, and that whole process. But you yourself, you were a player. I mean, you won. Correct me if I'm wrong. Back-to-back championships.
Yep.
And then as a GM and as a coach for, I'm sorry, I know the Mammoth and Arizona and Albany. I mean, you took those clubs to the championship as well. And so I mean, this is you have experience. You can analyze your players and you know, I don't want to get into that. I want you to kind of help everybody understand the process of an expansion team and also the draft.
Sure. No, absolutely. And like I said, it's a blank slate. So what will happen after the next season that the NLL has, and hopefully they have it, they're going to start in April. They've already announced that they're going to start in April and finish in September. And then it will be on to us. And the first thing, guys, that will happen will be an expansion draft. And we're going to be the 14th franchise in the National Lacrosse League. So we get to pick a player from the existing 13 teams. They get to protect, right now it would be, most teams would protect 5 offensive players, 5 defensive players, and a goaltender of a roster of 22. So we get to pick a player from off each team. So we'll start there. So we'll get 13 players immediately. That will be our core group. And then free agency will happen. And we all know what free agency can do for a franchise. We hope to be very active there and get a couple veterans in here as free agents. And then we'll have the entry draft, which is a college, guys that have graduated college and graduated the junior leagues in Canada. And we get the first pick overall in that draft. So we're very excited about that. So after that's all said and done, we'll have probably 25 guys, and then we'll start signing free agents, street free agents that maybe have played, got released for a camp of 40 guys. And you touched on it, about the college game. We hope to have some American kids really put an effort in and be a part of what we're trying to do. I think it's very important. And we're finding a lot of more American players are playing in our league. Right now, probably 80% of the league is Canadian because that's what we grow up playing as a Canadian kid versus what the kids down here play. But box is becoming more popular down here with the kids. And we really hope we can get 3 or 4 kids that are U.S. born that can help us bring a championship to Fort Worth.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. I would love to be on. I know we would love to be on the trailer of the parade, throwing out candy when that happens.
Absolutely.
So just to kind of give everybody an idea of the price range of the tickets, I mean, top the line premier seats, you're looking at $620 for the front row seats, and then it goes $480, and it kind of draws back some. But I mean, the fact that we get 9 games, right? It was nine games. And of course, plus playoffs.
Yep.
And the experience is what I enjoy the most, and I'm really excited. But I know you don't work with the pricing of the tickets, so we won't get into that. But I do want to ask a question regarding, what is like an average salary or a minimum salary of a player?
Sure.
Just so Cabaret Hippie knows, just in case.
Yeah, well, he's doing his negotiating on here. He'll have to get an agent to have balls thrown at him. Yeah, the average salary is probably about $20,000 American, and our league, again, it is the best players in the world at lacrosse, but we're at the point still where a lot of our guys are teachers, bankers, firefighters. They have weekday jobs, so they fly in for weekend games. And but that's roughly it. And then you touched on the ticketing. First of all, Dickies Arena is just an incredible place. Yeah. The acoustics, I guess George Strait said the acoustics is the best place he's ever played. And just the artwork and the attention to detail that they put in this rink is just phenomenal. And we're in the entertainment business, guys. I'm in the lacrosse business, but at the same time, I know I'm in the entertainment business. And once we get out of this rotten virus, I think people are really going to be excited to be part of Dickies Arena and be part of lacrosse, because there's something for everybody for 2.5 hours.
Easy. And of course the overtime rule, has it changed, or is it still the same?
Sudden victory, as they say now. Sudden victory.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could speak of a few occasions where when I was in Colorado, the Mammoth was in overtime in the playoff game. Right. And I know I'm putting the cart before the horse about the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, the first round is one and done.
Right.
And then the second round is the best of two. Like if the home team, if the visiting team wins the first game, then they travel to the home, the opposing home team, then they win that game, and then do they immediately play that game, or has it changed?
They've changed it to a one game, and then the championship now is best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
2 out of 3. So they have changed it, but at one time, you're right. That's how it was. They would play a 5-minute game quickly to solve our 10-minute game, and they got away from that. So. Thank goodness.
So the stadium, how it's set up, is it kind of similar to hockey? How there will be glass
Absolutely.
walls? Okay. So the fans will still be able to see close, just like it is in hockey.
Yeah, just like it is in hockey. So once we get you out there, hippie, you can't get out. You're locked in the glass.
That's fine.
And there's no way of getting out, man.
Hey, as long as I can wear a cup. If I can wear a cup, I'm okay.
Oh no, that's not allowed. No, we'll give you 2 or 3 cups. We'll give you 2 or 3 cups.
All right, I appreciate it.
As long as we can zoom in and just take slow motion pictures of when those balls hit his face.
Well, he might need 2 or 3 cups of whiskey before he gets in there. Then
that might be. I might even have some of that just for the heck of it. Claire, you got something?
Yeah, so I'm a big hockey fan, Bob, and I know I try to bring in the outsiders that are not, being in Dallas-Fort Worth. We got a small hardcore group of Dallas Stars fans, and I'm one of them. Now, how I bring people in is the excitement part of the game, the fighting, the altercations. So is this lacrosse? Is it similar? Is there going to be some ruckus? Are there goons? Is there a little fighting going on?
Yeah, well, boys are going to be boys. You're never going to stop that, and it is so similar to hockey. The hitting it has. We're allowed to slash. In the NHL, they're not allowed to slash. So if I had the ball, you would be able to try and dislodge the ball from my stick, and you can slash at somebody. And there's hitting along the boards. There's open field hits. And there is the odd fight. Absolutely, there's the odd fight. I'll tell you, Tyler Sagan, we all know Tyler Sagan of the Dallas Stars, was a lacrosse player growing up. He did the same thing I did, played hockey in the winter and lacrosse, and a very good lacrosse player at that. So a lot of similarities. We won't be, looking for a goon, but, when you're picking first in the draft, it's usually a primo offensive guy, and we want to make sure he stays healthy. So we are going to make sure he's looked after. We're going to make sure he's looked after and has protection for sure.
Now, speaking of the altercations, similar to hockey, you have a penalty box. You take majors, you take minors. Is that the same effect of lacrosse as well?
Absolutely. Yep. You got it. Absolutely. And again, there's no offside in lacrosse. No offside.
That rule alone, man, keeps the game moving. I would imagine, as far as up and down the field, up and down movement.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can take a shot on net, goalie makes a save, he can throw it the length of the field to a guy running to catch it, throw it in the opposite net. So it really doesn't stop. It's just nonstop.
And the line changes as well, like multiple, like the line changes affect similar hockey, all that too as well.
Yeah, it's a little different now. We become really specialized. Coaches, you know how it is. Coaches evolve over time, and now we're at the point now where when we gain possession of the ball, our 5 defensive guys will get it to the offense and come off. Our offensive guys go down and try and score. If they don't score, they're coming off to let the 5 defensive guys. So it's become an offense-defense game. But our defensive guys create transition. Just like I said, they can catch a ball off the running down the field, get it from the goalie. So there's a lot of transition like basketball, like hockey, 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s. But it has become an offense-defense of game. And then, of course, power plays, 5v4 will happen as well.
That's interesting. So with all the line changes, how many are on a team? How many are on the bench?
We carry 17 on the bench and 2 goalies, so 1 goalie at a time, of course, but 17. So usually we carry 6, maybe 7 offensive guys and 10 defensive guys.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm ready, man.
Can
we start this year? Are we going to have some preseason excitement or what, Bob? Because I want to go.
Oh yeah, I know. We just had our deal on Tuesday at the launch, and then in the evening we had select a seat, and I talked to a few people that just bought their season tickets, and they said, "When do we start? Can we start tonight?" And I said, "I wish we could, but we're gonna have some great events coming up. We're gonna probably announce our coach, like I said, in the new year, and we'll probably unveil our jerseys, and we're working on getting the field prepared. So we'll have lots of announcements. We'll be in the community, and we'll make sure that we get everybody prepared. And once the season gets going, I think they're planning on some parties, some watch parties to go watch at a bar and watch Colorado play Georgia. So we'll get people a little educated before we have our first game.
Awesome.
I'd like to advocate for Alex, and I'm gonna mess up his name. Is it Bordur? Buqur, the Mammoth goalie?
Oh, Bouquet, yes.
Bouquet, yes.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. He's in New England now. But yes. And are you talking about B-Hit?
Yes. That was all over ESPN, Sports Center.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we weren't there.
Good.
But that was my that was one of my sons, and Grant was one of my son's favorite player.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really excited for these guys. They have an idea, but they don't really know it. I'm so hyped. But so being a coach as yourself, and also being the GM, and you said you're going to be looking for a coach here in the future.
Right.
Is it? Explain to me the relationship a GM and a coach will have, and by yourself being a player, and I don't like using the term former player, but a player,
right,
and a coach, and you have your own strategies, your own schemes, and if the coach has a different strategy, I'll tell you what, how do you just sit back and let everything just kind of marinate?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's going to be really different for me, guys. This is my first time being GM role just by itself, not being the head coach and GM. So I'm excited about that because we're going to be bringing in a great head coach. But when I was a GM head coach, it was very different because you're negotiating contracts, but you also got to go and get the kid motivated for the games, right? So you really had to build relationships. It's like anything else, guys. You just build relationships. And then our league is so different because these guys have 9-to-5 pressures every week.
Right.
We got firefighters, teachers. They got to go to work Monday morning, and so it's really a different scenario. But at the end of the day, we're all lacrosse people, and once you guys a year from now, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's a great community, great people. That love a game and it gets in your blood and just so. But from a GM head coach, it was really tricky, especially when you had to negotiate contracts. And if there was some friction or he thought maybe he should have got a little more, you had to try and get that out of the way before you hit the bench and training camp, so that hey, we're good. let's focus on winning now. And, you do well, I do well, you'll do well even better
we all
next
do well.
year. Right. Yeah, exactly. So, but, in our league, again, another rule that maybe you're not aware of, we're only allowed to practice 2 hours a week. And the reason is Toronto Rock, Buffalo, they are up in Southern Ontario, which is a hub for box lacrosse. A lot of players come out of that area. So they could practice every night if they wanted to. So we had to put in a rule, 2 hours a week. That way, teams like ourselves that have players living up in Canada could compete. It's a competitive rule. So as a coach, that makes it very difficult. You have to work all week at preparing, and you got to prepare your players that have that 9 to 5 distractions or their real job. And so, but in today's day and age, you got the computer, right? And you have video, and so it makes it a little bit easier. You have a Zoom call, whatever. It's tricky. It's tricky. And then, even, if we have a game on a Saturday evening, you want to practice on the Friday night. Well, guys are flying in after working all week. You're maybe out in Denver, 2 hours behind Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So now all of a sudden, when you're practicing at 8 o'clock in Denver, it's actually 10 o'clock in their body. So a lot of things you got to work with. But what's great, I'll tell you, you'll know in a year's time when you meet some of these guys. What's great, these guys are warriors. They come to play every night. They love this game. They love playing in front of fans. And they bring it every night, no matter what happened that week.
And also, you fans, I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm very accustomed to the Seattle Stealth, what they did with the fans, the Mammoth. What kind of things do you have? And if it's not on the board yet, or just some ideas, and if you don't have any, that's fine. But I'm just curious, as a fan, especially for these guys that have no idea what they're getting into, being a season ticket holder, what would be the benefit, if you will?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, we're going to be in the community. Once we get our team picked, it's going to be non-negotiable for our players to be a part of the community, and whatever that may be, charity, coach a box team, coach some kids in a camp, go to a hospital, do what we have to do, the community. But as far as a season ticket holder, our guys, after the game in most places, and this, being in Denver, Colorado, they have the little, I call it the lodge down below. It was a bar, and players would go down, and they'd actually have beers with the fans and talk to them and sign autographs. And hockey players are very personal. Lacrosse players are even more. They understand why they get to play the game of lacrosse in front of 14,000 people at Dickies Arena. They understand where they came from, and they understand to grow the game, they have to have that relationship with the fans. So if you're a season ticket holder of Panther City Lacrosse Club, you're going to meet our captain. You're going to be able to say hi to him, and you're going to be able to bring your son or daughter up to him and get an autograph right after the game. We're going to be very personable. It's very important to our athletes, to our ownership, and to our management that we have that relationship, because we are very lucky. Here I am going to be a general manager of a National Lacrosse League team, and I couldn't do that without the fans and those folks. So we're excited to be able to do that.
Wow. See, and that's what I wanted to hear, what you guys were going to do, because after every game, even though, games were, even if they were running late overtime and I didn't want to stay late, Nick would always no, I didn't get this player's autograph. So he would have one of those long posts, and even the cheerleaders would stay late, and he would get all the cheerleaders. Yes, they have cheerleaders. They would have their autographs as well. And I mean, this is, I cannot wait for you guys to come.
Yeah.
Dallas, you have no idea. Oh my God. Clary, go ahead.
I got a couple more questions, Bob.
Yeah.
Where do you envision this professional, do you have a vision of it, growing big, getting to the hockey market, getting to that level? Is it going to take years? What are we looking at here?
Well, the National Lacrosse League is going into its 35th season, so we've been around a while. But it's going to take time. The good news for us now is we're getting owners like Greg Bibb and Bill Cameron Joe Tsai out in Calgary or out in San Diego that he owns Alibaba. Comcast up in Philadelphia, the Pagulas that own the Buffalo Bills, Stan Kroenke that owns the Rams and all the Denver teams. So we have great ownership groups that have a vision to take us to the next level. Nick Sakevich, our commissioner, has done a great job of bringing these owners in and continues. I'm sure he's got more announcements down the line that we're going to some other markets here in the future. For us personally, it's a plan to, our goal right now, everybody's working towards having that place full for our first game next November. That's the vision right now. And we can dig even a little deeper. I want to build a team that's going to be fast. It's going to be tough, discipline. Like I said in my talk on Tuesday, I want something where Fort Worth and the DFW area can be very, very proud of this team. And because I know the game's going to sell. Now we have to build that team that everybody can be proud of.
And with that, as fans, who are we going against? Who is going to be our rival here in Fort Worth? Who are we going to want to hate, Bob? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's got to be the Colorado Mammoth. It really is.
I'm on board with that, Bob, because I hate the Colorado Avalanche already. I'm on board with that 100%.
Yeah, they might not know it yet. Hopefully they're listening, but just because of territory, they're way up in the north there, the snow and whatever. I think just from territory, it's going to be a natural rivalry. I think San Diego, we can probably pull into there a little bit, and Calgary, Saskatchewan up in Canada. But
what's the team? I know they're not the Stealth anymore.
They are the Warriors, the Vancouver Warriors.
Okay, yes. So obviously that's going to be my number one.
Okay.
I did actually talk Nick out of, because we have our Mammoth items still. Yeah. We're both going to be Panther fans.
Good.
I'm not going to mention that they're going to be our rivals, but in time.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But for sure, you said the Vancouver Sting.
Warriors.
Oh, the Warriors. What kind of name is the Warriors anyway? We won't get into that. We won't.
No, I don't know. You'll have to ask them. Maybe they're having a bad day or something. I don't know.
So, Bob,
yes,
is there going to be a way where fans can watch this also on TV? Are y'all going to sign with any type of network around the DFW area?
Yeah, that's a great question. I know Greg Bibb and Bill Cameron are working towards that. They want to get the game out to as many people as we can. And again, back to, we have a pretty good runway here. We're about a year out, so we're going to have some time. And I know they've already formulated some great relationships with their team, with the Dallas Wings and the WNBA. So I hope we do. And I'm sure we will.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
I got to start stretching now, though.
You're gonna fill in the morning, regardless. You're gonna fill in the morning.
Oh man, you're brave.
I'll be ready.
You're brave.
And I look too. They revamped the championship trophy too.
They sure did. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I still remember the cardboard looking trophy, and then and now they have the silver, beautiful, and it's a traveling trophy. Right. And it goes around each ball club, and like we mentioned earlier, all the players get championship rings.
Yes.
What was your, and I'm going to bring, I'm all about the rings, the hardware.
Yep.
What was your ring ceremony like when you got your first one? Because I know the first one's always sweet.
Yeah, no, it was at our home opener. So we won in the old Philadelphia Spectrum back in 1992 in overtime. John Tavares scored the winner in 92. And so the following season at our home opener, they gave out our rings. And then we went out and won another one. We didn't lose a game that year. So, the first one's always sweet. We played in front of 16,000 people in the old auditorium. We sold out something like 21 straight games. It was,
wow.
I still get goosebumps thinking about it, because you used to stand there and for the national anthem, and you look around and go, "Oh boy, I'm not in Kansas anymore, Toto." It was, It was crazy. And then that was back in the day where we were making $125 a game. Right. And they were selling tickets to 16,000 people. So it was there was a lot of questions after games.
I bet it was.
But it was great. It was something I always said that every lacrosse player should be able to experience, because we were normally back at home. We were playing in front of our families and friends in a small arena in Canada. So to play in front of that many fans, and now you look at the league at where it's going. It's I'm proud to be kind of a pioneer, I guess. I'm not old. I guess I am a pioneer.
You're in your prime. You're still in your prime.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna say this. So of course, look at that. Look
That's
at
nice.
that. That's the new one. That's
beauty.
the new. Good job, Ish. That's what's up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that's going to look good in your office.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to, when my son and I go, we're going to, because we don't know any better, we're going to adapt some traditions that we experienced on our journey, going to lacrosse games.
Yeah.
For example, obviously when the home team is being introduced, we face them, but as soon as they mention the away team, we're going to turn around, because I don't care. That's what I'm going to. So guys, I want you to know, once the home team gets introduced, we face them, but then when they mention the away team, we turn around, and then we got to tell everybody. We got to tell everybody to turn around, because that's a tradition in the National Lacrosse League.
Yeah, it used to be, when we used to go into Philadelphia, for example, and number 28, Bob Hamley, he'd come out, sucks. So they'd say your name, and the whole arena would go, sucks.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So, being silent, and that's a Colorado Mammoth thing. Did they do it up in up in Seattle as well, up in Everett? Did they turn their back? Or was that just a Mammoth thing?
I want to say we did.
Okay.
Because of course, where my son and I were sitting, and then when we went to Denver, when they announced the team, we automatically just did it, and I mean everybody followed suit. Right, so we just assumed that that's just a tradition. Yeah, and what I did love about, and I know as Panthers we will have to come up with something, but they have that "get in the box" chant, and I know we'll come up with something. And I'm going to tell you, with us three, you guys started on the right foot, because we're already Rabbit fans, and we haven't even seen a ball thrown at Cowboy Hippie yet.
Oh, I can't wait! I'm going to start working on the wall tomorrow with my shot, just to make sure I'm ready.
Hey, Bob, real quick, being from Canada,
right?
Now you're in Fort Worth.
Right.
Where have you gone eating? And where do you want me to take you, Bob, for some beers? That's what I need to know right now. Have you had some good steak yet, or what are you into?
We went to the Chop House in Arlington. Got a beautiful view up there. One of our sponsors, I believe his name's Jim Ross, owns that place. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of great food. I've heard of I had breakfast at the Maple Leaf Diner in Dallas. I don't know if you've heard of the Maple Leaf Diner. It's owned by a Canadian, and I'll have to send him an invoice. I forget his name, but everything in there is Canadian. So he's got the Tragically Hip playing. You guys ever heard of the Tragically Hip? No, you haven't.
I haven't.
No, I want it so bad though.
Yeah. But they play Canadian music, and they got Molson Canadian signs up, and they serve poutine, French fries with gravy and cheese, poutine, and so I've been there for breakfast. But other than that, regular stuff, I guess.
So Bob, would you say you give it a grade A? See what I did there? Grade A.
Well done. You know what? I think I've got out of the A, but it's pretty funny. I moved over from Georgia, and I coached youth lacrosse over there, and the parents used to wait the whole game until I'd call a timeout, and I'd yell, "Timeout!" and they just laugh and laugh and laugh. So. And I used to say, well, what are you laughing at? I don't know what you're laughing at.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I just and it's good that joke was actually funny because the other night I was horrible. I'm glad I actually made up for it right now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Clary, do you got anything else?
No, I'm just excited for the season. I kind of like Bob said. People are saying I want this thing to get underway. I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to yell. I'm excited to yell at Colorado. I'm excited to bang some glass. I want to get this thing going. I'm excited to drink some beer at Dickies Arena and watch this Panthers team play. That's what I'm ready for.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
I can't. Man, this is going to be exciting, Bob. So if you can, just give us like a blitzkrieg because right now you're going to be talking to the DFW folks. Give us all your social media, how to get a hold of you. Just the next. Yeah. If you need 2-3 minutes, just take it. Go.
Yeah. No. Thank you very much. Dickies Arena, November 2021. Look for the schedule to come out in probably next September, but. You can check all our news out at panthercitylax.com. That's LAX, panthercitylax.com. Find all our phone numbers and staffing and any questions you need answered. But the game of box lacrosse is coming to Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, and we're very excited to have a hometown team and really excited to play in front of our great fans here in the North Texas. And I appreciate you guys' support and having me on.
Well, we appreciate you, joining us this evening. And, we also look forward, hopefully we could be a part of the family. And I'm excited to see some, balls being thrown at Cowboy Hippie. We're going to make sure that he has his strength and speed when it comes to the tryout.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that too. And as I said earlier, this is recorded, so he isn't not getting out of it. He's not getting out of it.
I'm right here, Bob. I'm right here, Bob. I'm ready.
Awesome. I can't wait.
And to the people that are listening, it's going to be on YouTube. We might even do it live, but definitely, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Yeah. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Bob.
Have a great night.
Thank you,
Man.
Bob.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
This
Hey, I've got a year. I've got a year to
look, bro. Look, listen. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna go Rocky style. We're gonna get some raw eggs. I'm gonna be at your house at 5 a.m. And we're gonna train. We're going old school training ish, and I'm all about old school on that training. So we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut about 20 pounds.
I'm for real. This is going down.
I'm for real too. I'm gonna get your ass in shape, man.
I'm gonna become the goalie.
Wait, hold on. Did you hear the average? 20 G just to play you'll be a professional athlete.
And I'm gonna be your agent too, so I'm taking a quarter of that percentage out. So
I'm gonna be your co-agent, and I'm gonna take a percentage as well.
I'm your trainer / agent.
I set up. I'm your hype man. I set up the tryout. So
as long as I got insurance, that's all
they don't have insurance.
That's part. We'll work that in the deal, man.
Yeah, we'll work that. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, if not, we'll bring like a gallon of Ben Gay.
Give me the odds. Out of 20, let's say 10 shots, how many do I stop?
0.
Why is that?
I would give it at least one.
Right by your slow hippie ass, man.
Stop at least
it's
one.
The same thing as playing catcher. I'm not scared to get hit.
Listen. Can you please smoke a freaking bowl though before?
Oh my God!
That's the only way I'm gonna do it.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
That's the standard.
That's what I'm talking about now, baby.
He's showing up sober. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm serious. That will probably be the best show we will have.
This is Ish right now. This is Ish on the goalie, right? It'd be like, boo, 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 boo. And then he'd be like,
Oh,
hey.
Okay.
Y'all understand.
He's going to be like the Matrix.
No, I do understand. You're not ready. Okay?
I'm ready.
Bro, you're not ready for this, Ish. I'll get you ready, son.
What is there to be scared of?
Ready. There's nothing to be scared of.
Dude, exactly. And another thing, you're going to be so padded up, you're not going to feel nothing.
Oh, no, you're still going to feel it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was trying to be positive.
No, you're going to be high as shit. You ain't going to feel it, okay?
Listen, I used to do the same thing in high school and play catcher. I'd get high and play the high school ball. I'll be fine.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be epic,
guys. Man. This lacrosse. I mean, I'm telling you, we need to just. I mean, push this.
I can't wait to the jerseys.
Hold on a second. Oh, the jersey's gonna be sick. Hold on.
I really like the purple.
And we didn't even go to the questions, but I had to bring up your wife. Hi, Vivian. Hope all is well. Please start training ASAP.
Thanks, bro. She just told me my abs look nice this morning, so I don't know.
Oh God!
Whoa!
That means she feels sorry for you, bro.
It's Christmas time. She's
I know.
Oh my God! I mean, guys, like, if this experience is anything like I've been already a part of, this is badass. This is like, I hate to say this, and I don't want to hype it up too much because I don't want people to be disappointed when they go. But this is like a Christmas gift. I mean, for the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
I think Fort Worth is the most perfect spot for that team.
I agree.
Because I agree. And there's nothing covering it up. Like, yeah, there's college football, but that's it. And Dallas, you have so many other teams.
And it's a weekend thing. It's a Saturday game.
And fellas, where the Dickies Arena is located is in the heart of TCU family. It is sitting on West 7th Street, man. I'm telling you guys, dude, it sits in a perfect spot. That's
where all the bars and everything are too.
Yeah, that community is absolutely expanding. It's growing. It's dude, it is in a perfect location, man, and it's gonna be fun, dude. I can't.
It can hold 14,000.
I mean, what their seating arrangement, it probably depends on the sport. Because they played some college basketball games already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's already been used. And like you said, George Strait performed there. He said a lot of good things about the arena as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful, dude. I got to go in there because of work. That's how I got in there. And it is freaking phenomenal, man. And
now, do you think they will ever, start having another Texas team if this is as successful as it is?
Absolutely.
In like 3 years?
I see something like Houston.
No, I want
San Antonio,
like San Antonio or like El Paso.
Dude, El Paso will not support it still, man. I just have a bad feeling.
Yeah, I don't think I think you're right. I think maybe Houston, maybe even Austin. Maybe in Austin, probably.
I know San Antonio will, because all they have is the Spurs.
I heard San Antonio is a tough market, though.
It used to be big for the Cowboys when they practiced in the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, but I know. But from what I heard, because I know they were going to have an arena team there, and then they were going to have there was a league that TO was in at one time. They were going to have a league there too. It's just a really and I could be wrong. But I just hear that it's a tough market.
Now, do you remember when the Raiders and the Chargers were thinking of changing cities? That San Antonio was one of the teams they wanted to go to.
San Antonio's name always comes up, dude. San Antonio always comes up for relocating, and I just think I don't know why the market's not there yet for some reason. I don't know either, dude. Because
they're so big on basketball, though.
It's huge basketball market, man. But I think a city like El Paso, even what's crazy, some of these cities like Corpus, they seem sometimes do good with sports like this.
Lubbock.
So, Lubbock's Lubbock. It's just a college town, bro. Lubbock's always kind of tough.
That's what a lot of people think Fort Worth is too, though.
Well, people always think Fort Worth is Dallas, anyways, that don't live here, bro. Everybody in El Paso says, "How's Dallas? How's Dallas?"
Yeah.
I get that.
You travel, I would never say I lived in like Arlington because they would never know where it's at.
Yeah, and I never go to Dallas, like ever.
Yeah,
unless the starts.
To be fair, I didn't even know there was an Arlington until the stadium moved. They were like, the Dallas Cowboys moved to Arlington. I'm like, Arlington.
But they weren't even in Dallas. They were in Irving, their first stadium.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Right. Yep. Off of Story Lane, right?
Yeah. That place was.
Oh my God, the traffic. The traffic must have been.
We used to park
we would park in the warehouse,
2.5 miles away.
The whole setup was bad.
Empty ass apartment complex, and we walked to the stadium.
Yeah, we would park at the warehouse district over there in our Irving Brown Walk. It was just horrible. No. It was. I don't even know what they were, but it was horrible. The parking, the seating, the whole stadium was bad, man. But when I moved here, we went to a lot of games there, Ish. We went to a lot. I was at Emmitt Smith's record-breaking game when he broke the rushing record. I was there. Yeah.
Against the Seahawks.
And I sent all that stuff to my homeboy in El Paso, the ticket, the paper. I made it because he was a big Emmitt fan. And I made some stuff up for him and sent it to him. He still got it too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever think Emmitt's record will be broken?
Not
Is
anymore.
It one of those?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I can't. You know what? Records are. You never know. You never know. Well, I'll tell you what. Who do we think would be close? Because right now Frank Gore is in the running.
AP, but he still has ways to go.
Dude, I just don't think they play like that. Well, the league's changing, man. I mean, like we talked about, I don't think you're going to get guys that endure that much pain. Emmitt played with separated shoulders. Emmitt played hurt all the time. He had a great line.
Most of the time, Emmitt wouldn't get hit until 3 or 4 yards.
Yes, yeah, and then. But I don't think the way the game is, dude. That's one record, one major record.
It's becoming a passing.
Right.
A passing game now.
Yeah, and the running backs aren't playing that many years anymore. They're just
my God. It's funny you say that. So today on TikTok, someone made a comment out of anybody's post, my post, and said Aaron Rodgers is better than Eli. Prove me wrong. So then I comment back with the 2 Super Bowl trophies that he has. So I'm like,
no, you're wrong, Sneaky.
You're still wrong, Sneaky.
You're still wrong, Sneaky. Sneaky, how can you be such a fanboy and say that Eli's better than Aaron Rodgers, dude?
But you always argue it's not about the rings when we talk about it.
Yeah, what? You say it's
every
not
time we talk about it, we have 5. You always say, well, it's not. Recent.
No. When you guys say it's 5, I always tell your fans that they weren't young enough to see, they weren't old enough to see it.
But it's still 5.
That's my But even though, hold on, even though you guys have, I get that, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the people, the kids that are the people that are like that haven't even seen them win. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to beat the Buffalo Bills 52-17.
I do.
They don't know. Yeah, you do. They don't know what it's like to go back to back and beat the Bills. What was it, 30-13, or the Steelers? Was it 30 to?
That was a pretty good game, by the way.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I think O'Donnell was getting paid. That's my feeling on that. But what I'm saying is, Cleary, and exactly for me, 1990. When Scott Norwood missed that kick. See, and what made it, to be fair and honest, in 1986, my very first Super Bowl, that's when I actually enjoyed watching Lawrence Taylor. I didn't know what I was watching. I just knew it was a Super Bowl. I saw the Giants won, good deal. And I only knew Lawrence Taylor because my father mentioned it. But in 1990, when I became a football connoisseur, when I was already a Giants fan and I realized how hard it was for them to get there, when Leonard Marshall took out Joe Montana and then that field goal to beat the 49ers, the 2-time Super Bowl champ. I mean, that's a lot of emotion. And to come and to watch that field goal kick being missed and to win.
What does that have to do with Eli being better than?
Hold on, let's go back to Eli Manning real quick and give me one.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Give me one logical reason, dude. Seriously, how Eli Manning is better than Aaron Rodgers without mentioning rings. Just tell me.
You can't. That's not fair.
He had one. It's sneaky.
You can't.
Hold on. Let me ask you a different way.
Okay.
If Eli Manning and Aaron Rodgers are in the same draft, who are you taking?
That's not a fair assessment either.
That is a fair assessment.
That's not.
Because ask me. I give you the straight facts.
Okay, so I mean, if that was the case, if we're going to look at their body of work, obviously Eli would have been picked number 1 regardless because of his last name. I can say that.
That's fine
because he's a Manning.
Who
but
cares?
At the same time, for me, quarterbacks are paid to do one thing: win.
Okay, Trent Dilfer. You're saying that you can't use that argument, dude. You're taking Trent Dilfer over Dan Marino?
I will say this about...
You're taking Trent Dilfer...
I will say this.
Just answer that.
I will say this. No. I will say this.
Dude,
No, I'm gonna say this.
You lost your NFL cred with me, bro, by this discussion.
Because I say
you will.
Eli is better than Rodgers.
No, I just asked you Trent Dilfer or Dan Marino, and you said you can't answer that. You have lost your NFL cred card, bro.
You didn't even let me finish. You didn't even give me a chance to answer.
Answer.
Thank you. Now, what I will say to your question, okay, is the hold on. But.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You're not, see? You're not, I mean, it's the but. It's the but. It's the but. Okay,
Ask me a question.
Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all times. But he didn't win one.
Okay, ask me a question.
Trent Dilfer. No. Trent Dilfer was he was
horrible.
Average. I'll say average. Below average. I'm just giving. My glass is always full, so I'll say average. Maybe
he wasn't even the starter that year when they won it.
So Sneaky, if we're talking about rings again, the Dallas Cowboys are a better franchise than the New York Giants. There's your philosophy.
Quarterbacks. We're talking about quarterbacks here.
So rings only affect quarterbacks now, right?
We're talking about quarterbacks.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, I get it.
Because franchises, they have the trophies. You guys had what, 2, maybe 3 owners during that five trophy stint.
You're a New York Giants super fan. I'm a realistic NFL fan, and that's why you're saying that about Eli Manning. That's it. Because you don't want to disappoint your people.
No, I get that. My point. I'm not. No.
No, I get it. I get it now. That's it.
I'm not. I don't disappoint. I'm being me. I'm saying
Victor Cruz is better than Michael Irvin. You're crazy.
If you say
that's exactly it.
If you say to me, if I had to choose between Aaron Rodgers or Eli, regardless of what anybody says, like if you told me Eli is garbage, but he won 2 Super Bowls, or Aaron Rodgers garbage, but it's always the but. And again, and I'm surprised it is not. And I'm surprised with my logic, you guys, and I've given you I guess a few minutes now to bring it up because I didn't want to say it. Troy Aikman.
What about him?
I can honestly say Troy Aikman was better than Eli, although I don't think Troy Aikman threw more than 20 touchdown passes.
It was a different game.
In a season.
It was a different game.
Regardless, same thing.
I didn't say he was greatest, though. I asked you the question. You ask me any 2 guys, and I'll just tell you the answer. I'm not going to beat around the bush and give you 14 different answers. I'm going to give you the facts and what's right.
The fact is,
you're a fan. You're a super fan.
The
I'm
fact
an NFL
is,
fan.
So then, okay, when we talk about greatest,
right?
Okay, when we talk about greatest in hockey,
right?
When we talk about greatest in basketball, football, baseball,
right?
What is one of the criterias?
Mike Trout. Listen, Mike Trout, the greatest baseball player of our generation, and he will never get close to a ring.
That has not won one, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
He's a great player.
Hold on.
Wait.
Oh no.
He's a great player, but
you know I got you here. You know I got you here.
Go ahead.
Pick one player pick one guy in the draft you would take over Mike Trout right now. Pick one.
Mookie Betts.
That might be the only one, but you obviously
and to be fair, I don't know too much about baseball to give an actual.
He's won a championship in both American and National League.
Stats. He's the greatest baseball player of our generation and arguably top 3 of all time, and he will never get close to a ring if he stays there. And there's no if, ands, or buts about it, man. Just because he doesn't have a ring, man. It's a team sport. And you being a super fan, talking about the Giants all the time. Me and Ish stopped talking about the 5 rings because it doesn't matter to us. We don't care. I never say 5 rings. You know, I don't care about the past. I care about what's happening now. The Kansas City Chiefs are the defending Super Bowl champions, and that's all that matters to me until this year. That's how I look at it.
When we talk about, especially basketball, and people, we haven't talked about too much about basketball yet, okay? Right. But if we were to discuss basketball, and we mentioned LeBron is the greatest of all, I wouldn't say he was the greatest of all time. I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna. I don't know, because I'm a Jordan fan. I'm a Jordan fan, and that's one of the measures we talk. It's. I'm sorry. It's championships.
Well, you can.
I'm sorry.
That's LeBron.
And the thing about baseball and and football, and even the position like the quarterback. And granted, and I know we talked about this before. Teams, right? The Joe Montanas, the Steve Young, the Troy Aikmans, the Phil Simms, Jeff. Teams had defenses, right? So the argument of, because someone made a comment, they said, "Oh well, the Eli got carried by the defenses." Every great quarterback has a good defense. Bottom line.
That's fine. So, but you're beating around the question again. Everything you've said this whole time is beating around the question.
All right. What's the question?
Eli Manning or Aaron Rodgers?
Eli Manning.
Dude, you're
Eli Manning.
Super fan. All you'll ever be is a super fan.
How am I a super
fan? And that's fine. Because that's what you are.
You
that's
asked
what you
me.
Support.
Wait.
What's on the back of your wall?
You asked me who would I draft between the two, and if we were to,
no.
So, all right.
I can't take you serious, man. Like an NFL talk. I can't. I can't take you serious by you asking me those answers. That is.
So when
like
someone
asking
says,
my wife, dude.
When someone says the greatest,
not the greatest.
Okay. So, but when we're comparing players, okay. So, hockey, right? What made the great one great?
Scoring.
Hold on. The great one was made great because he's the greatest player of all time. But 2, he went to Los Angeles and took a non-hockey town in LA and took them all the way. And Los Angeles is the Los Angeles King when no one even watched hockey. Gretzky is a different legend.
Oh, okay. I agree. I agree. But did he win one there?
Okay, but you're trying to compare.
Answer the question.
I am.
Okay.
I am. He did win one there.
But that's not why we're saying he's the best.
He didn't win one in Los Angeles.
I thought you were talking about Edmonton.
No. Edmonton, he won like 3 or 4. Was it 3? But no. He did not win. He did go,
but Sneaky.
But he lost.
Your question doesn't make sense. You're comparing. You're bringing up Eli to Wayne Gretzky.
No,
he has a ring.
I did
Dude,
not.
Those things are so far gone with me now, bro.
I did not.
The credibility for me and your NFL knowledge, man, is taking a back turn big time.
Play it back. What I said was, I asked about Wayne Gretzky, and I said, what made him great? And it said scoring, stats. You're right, stats, right? Mm-hmm. And then you said he went to Los Angeles and made a basketball team into a hockey team. My response was, did he win one there? No, I said, but did he win one? And the answer is no. Now in Edmonton, he won it. I think he won like 4, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not even sure how many he won there, but
the point I'm trying to make here, when we are in the discussion of greatest or not greatest, but when we're in the discussion of comparing players, what are we comparing? Are we going to talk stats? So if we're talking about everything, then rings are in there. But if we're just talking about stats, okay, Rodgers has Eli on
rings
stats.
Will be in there, but
I mean,
it's not just the rings. You're taking Eli over Aaron Rodgers just because of the rings.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Because you're not.
If we're saying
Aaron Rodgers is I can't say the word. He's way better than Eli, and on paper, on the field, just because he has one ring more, you're going to take him over that.
So we're going to say that Troy Aikman is the greatest quarterback of all time.
What?
Oh, you heard me.
You guys can.
I'm not, because I'm not stupid, Sneaky.
So all right. So wait. So we're talking. So we're going to go with stats then? Is that what we're going to talk about?
Sneaky, answer my question.
What
is Troy? According to your knowledge, Troy Aikman is the greatest quarterback of all time.
No.
Oh, so it only when it's a Giants.
No. If we're talking about greatest of all time,
we got the greatest quarterback of all time in Dallas, baby.
Can I finish?
Can
I finish?
No makes sense.
Can I finish? What I'm saying is, if we're talking about greatest of all time, Tom Brady would have that title because he has 6.
I'm talking between Eli and Aikman.
Aikman is better than Eli because he has 3. Yes,
you can't even compare anybody to Brady, bro. So don't.
So I mean, and that's another thing too. If we're going to talk about stats, I got it right here.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is 11th all time in yardage as of today.
Okay.
As of today.
Okay.
Eli Manning 8th.
Okay.
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 And if we're going to go with, all right.
Well, don't pick out the good ones for Eli. Pick
I'm
out
not,
all of them.
Look, you
Tell
can
me
easily
TDs.
go.
Tell me TDs.
TDs? Okay, here
Yeah,
we
just
go.
tell me TDs. I don't even know. Tell me TDs.
All right, TDs. Right now, are we going to, okay, passing, hold on. Passing touchdowns, go. Hold on. So as of right now, Aaron Rodgers has 390 and Eli has 366.
Okay.
Aaron just passed Eli, as did Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
Breeze is number 1. Brady is number 2.
Right. And how many interceptions does Eli Manning have?
Eli, okay, interceptions. Go. Let's see.
300 and something as well as TDs, right?
No, Eli has 244 picks.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
And
he's scrolling way down to find
Rodgers is like way down here. Hold on. I haven't even hit Rodgers yet. Hold on. Did I pass him? Hold on a second.
So does that change your answer? Yeah.
No.
No, this is even better.
No, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the.
Oh.
For the
one?
Yeah.
Big Ben is better than Eli.
Well, yeah.
No, I'd say they're the same.
How?
Dude, just stop it. You can't argue with him.
Listen.
You can't argue with a giant super fan, bro. You can't.
How many Pro Bowls has Eli even been to?
4.
Oh, I think I've been to 4.
No, you didn't even make the Canadian League football team. Come on, Clary. We've already talked about this.
Sneaky. I'm telling you, man, I love you like a brother, but your NFL credentials, bro, you got to stop it. You got to stop it.
Just admit you don't like my logic. And you know why?
It's not your logic.
It is my logic. Yes, it is my logic.
Then Troy Aikman.
Wait. This is another. Okay, this is fact. This is fact.
Tell me
the reason why I would say to include the.
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, what am I gonna say?
Who he beat in the Super Bowls?
Nope, that's a given. I don't even have to say that.
Right.
But who he beat to get to those Super Bowls?
That's true. That's true.
He beat Brett Favre.
That's true.
Right? In the NFC Championship game. And then he beat the 15-1 Aaron Rodgers Packers in the divisional round in Green Bay. Boom. Done and done.
No, you're never going to convince me that Eli Manning is better than Aaron Rodgers, bro.
But you're a Cowboys fan. I don't.
I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. I have told you that Eli belongs in the Hall. What are you talking about?
I get that.
I speak facts. A lot of you two guys speak on your fans.
Wait,
I speak on facts.
You putting this on me? Hold up.
No, because me and you argue about Dak, and
hold on. Wait. Okay.
Shout out to the Red Rocket, by the way.
Right on.
Red Rooster. Let me ask you this: Is it not fact Eli has 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs?
That's fact.
Okay. All right.
We're not.
I answer your questions,
though.
I answer your questions, dude. Like they're supposed to be answered in the correct way.
His stats are horrible. The only reason why he stayed in New York so long is because of his last name. I said it.
And Romo, he didn't stay too long either.
Romo was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
He had no last name to carry him.
What I'm saying is Romo extended his stay. That's what I'm saying. We're getting off topic here. Listen.
We got to break in anyways.
Yeah, we got to leave. Because I can't argue with somebody that doesn't at least listen to the argument.
I'm listening
to the division.
No, you don't. You sit here and say, "Nah, 2 rings." No, bro. That's all you say.
If we're talking about everything,
okay, right? You never told me the interception still because you couldn't find it. Because Aaron Rodgers is that beastly TD to touchdown to interception ratio. That's why.
Yeah, he only has 87.
I know. How many rushing yards does he have compared to Eli?
Oh, there's no contest there. I can't deny that. Shit.
And you're gonna sit here.
I think Eli has a career of 500 yards.
Okay.
Would you take Nick Foles or Mahomes since they both have 1 ring?
But Brady has 186 interceptions.
We're not talking about Brady. We're talking.
I'm just giving stats. That's all I'm getting. Now, what are you saying, Cowboy Hippie? I didn't hear what you said.
So with your way of speaking of how you rate your players, would Nick Foles and Pat Mahomes be on the same level?
Nick Foles and Pat Mahomes, yeah, I believe it.
I'm done.
But I would say this.
I'll call you later. I am seriously checking out. I love you guys. Sneaky. I can't. I can't. I'm leaving.
You put Nick Foles and Mahomes in the same.
I would say this. I would say they were saying because they both have one. But Mahomes, I would put Mahomes ahead of Nick Foles because he does have. I mean, what?
Because he also won an MVP.
Yeah, I would give him that. And if you had to compare the two,
has Eli ever been top 3 in MVP votes?
I know he was in discussion. I want to maybe 2011. I mean, because there were he went on 2 stints of having at least 6 games or more, or I'm sorry, 5 games or more of comeback fourth quarter wins. That I do know. I mean, if you know what, if we're going to talk about who's better than who, and if we're putting everything on the table, then everything's on the table. I mean, that's just.
I mean, look right here. Look at Eli's record. He wasn't even over 500.
That is a 500 record.
Over 500.
Well, he wasn't under either.
But still, that's not great for an NFL quarterback.
But it's not bad either. I mean, I could do this all night.
All right, Sneaky. I'll go first since Mark left.
All right. Go ahead. I guess he had to go to the bathroom. So go ahead.
Shout out to all y'all who's stuck with us in this. Was it an hour and 16 minutes? I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. I want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there who are serving or who have served. I just want y'all to say that y'all stories will always be told. A quick shout out to the Panther City Lacrosse Club. Your next goalie's coming up. Let's get it. And yeah, we out.
What's going on, everybody? I'm just saying. First off, I want to give the Panther City Lacrosse Club, Bob, thank you so much for spending the time with us. I also want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. Thank you so much for what you're doing. For myself, Clary, the Truth Podcast. Also, I also want to welcome 3M Water for partner with me. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I've been drinking. I had like 3 bottles already, and I feel very hydrated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a week that's going to be different than the rest. Holidays. There's no wrong way to travel. People say stay home. Some people are still going to go travel. All I have to say is be safe, be careful. If you travel, good. If you don't, call your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Call your friends. Tell them you love them. I don't know about y'all, but I got a lot. I got a lot to be thankful for. These holidays, make it count. Just make it count. If you got to work, make that opportunity count. If you're going to spend time with loved ones, make that moment count. And last, but certainly not least, let's go Giants. Oh!